Hello there, welcome back to some more Borderlands 2. In the last episode what we did was we went back to the Sawtooth Cauldron and explored that for a little bit before we finished a few missions. Now we got to go back to there again because we have to get these special items for the brick. The treasure map. Last time we couldn't find any. This time I'm going to... well, we're past the point of me not being able to record for a long time. Parents on holiday, I can record as long as I want, basically. So, I'm going to fast forward and skip around until I hit the clues that I'm looking for. So see you when I do that. And immediately I found one right here.
I'll crack your skull open with my thumb! Rampage time!
Okay, here's the next one.
After a few weeks, Roland and Lilith headed to Old Haven and wiped the rest of the landscape.
Get ready to feel
The
my
landsman kept saying
fingers in
something
your
about a treasure or
eyeballs.
stolen loot that he stashed somewhere.
Not interested.
Explosions of life!
Goodbye. Okay, so here's the last one.
You got all the map pieces, huh? Looks like you should go to Caustic Caverns and follow the clues. Everything goes well, you'll be one rich slab.
Okay, so that's going to Caustic Caverns now. So then there's also Capture the Flags, which are these ones. Place a flag.
Now that you got the flag on there, start the generator to raise it all the way to the top. Just stick by that generator until the flag's raised all the way up, Slab. Some slab's trying to fly his colors over our turf. Tear him apart!
Yeah, I'm just going to destroy these things now. Ah, okay, they can actually kill it. Okay, sure. Using this machine gun has actually been quite useful. Probably could have just left that guy alone and it wouldn't have been so bad. This thing's definitely going to die, right?
Reset the generator!
Okay, it hasn't gone all the way down. That's not too bad then.
Get on your goddamn knees!
That piece, thank you.
No! Stop fighting!
You're dead. You're dead. It's a good way of doing explosive damage quickly. You're dead. Stop chucking grenades at my thingy, please. Bye-bye. Let's kill you real quick.
Now blast the generator so they can't lower our flag.
Okay, now kill it. There you go. That's that one. Yeah, just got to do this 3 times. I remember there's been something to do with the flags. I forgot that I actually already had the quest. Bunch of loot for me to sell. Lovely. We'll pick all this stuff up even though it doesn't look like it's going to be any good. Mostly just because, you know, there's no time for laziness. You've got to at least try to collect the shit. There's one here. I want to go back up here to get to the shop and then go back again. That's all good. Right, let's get up here. Yeah, I want to go back to the shop, buy my ammo back, and then go down, and then we'll go up to the top left at the end. Scalding Remnants is supposed to be second, but I don't want to deal with the pressures. To be quite honest. That's my only excuse. Give me that. Okay. Could I have some loot, please? Thank you. Yeah, I've got to go back and buy ammo because I'm running low on machine gun ammo, and my assault rifle is actually doing quite a lot of damage.
Let me know if anything catches your eye.
There we go. Right. Get rid of some of this garbo.
Goodbye, friend. If you shop anywhere else.
I'll have you killed. Right. I need a new shield. I need a new adaptive shield that has better elemental resistance, which should be able to happen. It just needs to be a good roll on all the stats. Which is not the worst position you could be in. Having to get good rolls on all your stats to not be unhappy. Hello there. I'm just hoping I can level up soon. I mean, at this rate it will take me a while because they're all low yield. Low yield enemies. Because they're lower level than me. But hopefully we should be able to get there soon. The circles of slaughter kind of your level up towards higher, which is good because it makes some of the missions easier, but bad because it makes a lot of the ways you get experience pretty much exclusively mission XP. If you don't get mission XP, you don't level up, sort of thing, unless you occasionally just happen to kill enough things, which does happen, but not that often. Hello.
Hit that generator, and we'll just stick by that generator until the flag's raised all the way up, Slab.
Yes.
Time to show that Slab not to mess with the saw teeth.
Hopefully they won't spawn behind me. Ah, buzzards. I see. The reason why I started using this gun to begin with is for the saw teeth. Because this hits well. And does good damage. Did they shoot me from up there? How the hell is that going to work? I can shoot them. It's going to take me a little bit of time. There we go. Too high. That's better. That's arcing shot. I think this is actually shooting like transfusion bullets that heal me. Don't really use sniper rifles. I'm not a good enough aim to use them well.
If you don't have one. You make
But I try.
vomit.
Next. Luckily I've got a series of weapons that are all pretty good. Or at least decent enough. Yeah, shoot me. Don't shoot the thingy. Shoot me.
You got the flag raised. Press the generator.
Get out of my head!
Ow. Not doing that anymore. Biatch. Bye-bye. Yes, the game's like all spooky. You're gonna die. No, I'm not. I'm fine. Everything is all good. Goodbye. Okay. So the kind of mod I'm looking for now, if I want to improve this one, is the Diesel Sickle class mod. Or Sickle mod in general, but Diesel Sickle was the good kind of sickle. This is 418, yeah, 488, sorry, this is just better.
Kill the little man!
This is not the way to do this. That's fine, though.
I told you what would happen!
Get checked, biatch. So I just got Tactics Ogre in my head. So I was just thinking about Fire Emblem. I want to do another playthrough of one of them soon. Maybe when the next one comes out. I've been playing Merciless mode on my own. Not in recent times. I've kind of... As with a lot, I don't know if this is just me, but I've kind of been holding off playing anything on the Switch right now. I was kind of hoping this OLED Switch would be the actual, you know, upgraded graphics Switch, so that I could just play in 60 FPS instead of 12 and have faster loading and stuff. That's what I wanted. I don't need 4K. I just want 1080p 60 all the time, which is not unreasonable because mobile phones can do it. And the Switch is underpowered compared to like an S20 or something. Although an S20 does cost £1,000, that's mostly just because that's what they can charge for it and get away with it. And Nintendo would too if they could get away with it. Make no mistake, I have no loyalty to Nintendo in that way. They're still a capitalist company, and they'll do whatever it takes to make money, so... They've got shareholders. I don't really begrudge them for it, it's just one of them. Life would be good if you could get everything for free, but it don't work like that, unfortunately. Bonk. Bonk. I mean, the next RPG I've got to play is like Final Fantasy 13-2 or one of them. I've got to play the rest of Mario Galaxy on the Switch as well, but I'm still waiting. I'm kind of hoping out for like the end of this year, early next year, we'll see news of a more powerful Switch variant that I can buy and then play all the games on that. I'm waiting to play Pikmin 3 and all them. I just want a better experience, and not only for me, but a better recording experience, better viewing experience, all of that. That'll come with it, you know. That wasn't bad leading, actually. That wasn't bad leading. Now we return to our regularly scheduled Joey can't aim for shit technique. Excuse me, sir. Would you mind kindly doing one? Thank you. In British English, doing one basically means fuck off in a nicer way, in a less vulgar way. Just do one. Get out of here. I'm trying. That one was bad, I'm sorry. Another idea I had for a series, which I'm probably never going to do, but I thought about it, would be, I'm not very good at first-person shooters in a competitive sense. So I thought an interesting series could be play like, you know, the new Modern Warfare or whatever the newest Call of Duty is. And the challenge would be get a win in every single game mode one time, which would be very hard for me to do. So videos would only come up when I actually managed to get a win in those game modes. Some of them would be easy. Team deathmatch would be a matter of time until I got carried to victory probably, and that would be good. But things like solo deathmatch, where it's just me, would be very hard to do. And then search and destroy, where your personal role matters a lot more. And then hardcore mode as well, so you don't even get the map or anything too. Because I've got bad... Oh, good. I've got bad map awareness and I've got bad reaction times. And my bones don't like playing on mouse and keyboard.
Start the generator when you're ready. You know, believe it or not, I tried to join the Saltite after Roland kicked me out of Sanctuary. They shot me in my gut just for asking. That was a mistake. Nobody shoots me except my friends.
Let's do this. I realised I missed some lore in the second one, which I apologise for. Lots of buzzards. Did hit them. Ow. Is that a badass? No. Just firing rockets. Get out of here. You ain't cool. You're not even half cool. You little bitch. Bye-bye. I actually hit him. Good job, me. Anyway, back to the Switch. Yeah, I'm just kind of hoping... I mean, Nintendo aren't going to do it. Let's not kid ourselves here. They aren't going to do it because they don't have to do it. Their core demographic, the people who actually buy their shit, don't care. They could release it for 1,200 quid and it'd be worse than it is now and people would still buy it. That was a very bad grenade. The people who buy these things are like mum and dads who don't know that much about games generally and see it's the new Nintendo and that'll do. Sort of thing. Rather than anything else. So the hardcore gamers, the people who are like, oh, I'm a gamer, they don't care about Nintendo. They want to play Xbox or PS5 and then bitch each other and dox each other because one of them likes one more than the other. Which is just stupid. Meanwhile, us, you know, superior PC gamers, I'm only half joking, don't have to care because we'll always have superior graphics and the best technologies before they do. But, though, and I'll always say this, though, it would make sense that consoles will always exist, and they should always exist, because they're much cheaper than PCs are. Not everyone can afford, and I can't, I'm one of them. That's why I have to wait for my parents to be not around, because I have to use my dad's computer to record on. Not everyone can afford a setup that can record or play the newest games at the highest quality settings for less than, you know, for $3,000 or whatever the current market is, which is even more than that. It'll probably be even more than that. So, yeah, not everyone can afford that. Which is why consoles exist. The fact you can get the technology you do in a PS5 or Xbox Series X for a retail price of like 600 quid is really good. It's like super impressive. And they must not make much money, like Sony and Microsoft, on the consoles themselves. Like the solid state drive alone is like, if you wanted to buy one, it's like 200 quid. And that's without a graphics card and a processor and a motherboard and the shell and the fan and, you know, everything else. So the fact you can get 4K gaming at all for 600 quid is pretty good. And the fact that some games can do, you know, 1080p 144 is, or 120, I should say, is insane for the money. So don't let me, you know, say, oh, PC Master Race or any of this bullshit. Because yes, we have, like, if all you care about is technical superiority, PC is technically superior in every way. But that's kind of like discounting half of the battle, which is the battle of how much does it cost. How much does it cost to make that happen? Now, obviously, as well, like, the game companies aren't completely free of blame because they are selling games for like 80 quid now. What the fuck are you doing? But the cost of games has gone up. Yeah, yes, but also you put microtransactions and DLC in day one patches, and games aren't even finished now when you release them. So don't give me that bullshit. I feel bad for the developers because in game developers' incessant need to make things more and more and more like online as a service to wring more money out of people, developers can never stop. They have to constantly be adding new content, constantly be patching it, constantly be working on the game over and over and over and over again forever. And if they don't sell a bajillion copies, then they fail and get fired. How's that fair? Because some shareholder who's never developed a game in his life decided that he wanted to have the game sell 363 million copies in 0.5 seconds. And if it doesn't, then they've failed. And if they don't get a 93 on Metacritic, then none of the developers get any bonus money. But they get a 92, but that's a failure. What? It's just insane. Anyway, that's my rant about that over. Let's go back to Borderlands. A game made by Gearbox, whose CEO has done some questionable things. Not that it matters to me in this moment. I would say that for me, I always try and distance myself between the art and the artist, within reason. Mel Gibson isn't a very particularly good person in my eyes, but did make some good movies. Do you just stop watching the movies because the person's a dickhead? Well, that's up to you, I suppose. I personally choose not to. I personally choose not to let it affect me. Because if you only watched things from the most morally pure people of all time, you wouldn't watch any movies ever because no one is that pure.
I wanna hear you.
They don't exist. People like Will Smith, Tom Cruise, they're Scientologists if you don't agree with that. Do you not watch their movies? Well, you know. That's what I'm saying. You can find a reason to not watch anything if you want to. So I try and find, is the piece of media any good? For most AAA games, that's why I don't play them. Because I don't enjoy them. I don't enjoy the direction that they're going in. I don't enjoy the fact that everything has to be this massively sprawling, open-ended, 100-hour experience, when sometimes a more clinically crafted 10 or 15-hour experience is much better. But that's not what you always or often get, unfortunately. So things like, you know, the Elder Scrolls or whatever, they never appealed to me. Not only are they graphically not particularly impressive, and haven't been since like Morrowind, but the open-endedness doesn't appeal to me. I don't like massively open-world games. If I wanted an open-world game, I'd play like an MMO, which is like open world in a sense, but all the content is very linearly gated off, which makes sense to me. But when it's like, you can do whatever you want, what I choose to do is turn the game off. That's what I want to do. That's why things like Final Fantasy and other RPGs like this and stuff have always appealed to me more, because it's, you can go where you want within a sense, but you've got quests to do in certain places, and those places are often level gated, or at least if they're not level gated, the enemies are so high level that you couldn't kill them if you go there early. And so it is more linear in that way, which shoots me down to the ground. But then, lots of other games that I enjoy. I tend to enjoy smaller things unless I'm playing an RPG, and that's the only kind of long game I ever want to play. RPGs I expect to be like 60, 80 hours long, because that's what I've been conditioned to expect. But you can have a good RPG that is also 30 hours or 20 hours long, and avoid some of the bloat that other games get, where they feel like gamers expect, and some of them do, let's not kid ourselves. Gamers expect for there to be essentially infinite content for no money. And if they don't get their infinite content for no money, they're going to bitch and complain on the internet. So you have the situation where you get games like Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I enjoyed, but is really bloated because they added side quests that add nothing to the overall lore or story just because they had to be there because it's an RPG. Whereas if they cut them all out and made the game a more like a 20-hour experience rather than a 30-hour experience and made it more streamlined, I think a lot more people would have enjoyed it. Now, that doesn't change the plot being interesting. You know, when I say interesting, I mean divisive. I didn't mind it. The plot ghosts are a bit weird, but the general feel felt okay to me. So I think that's fine. But yeah, there's lots of things where they've certainly made interesting choices, let's put it that way.
What did I tell you?
But then there are games like this. Well, I'm talking about my favourite games are games like way before this even. Games like in the 90s or the early 2000s, Mario 64, you know, Crash Bandicoot, Rayman. They're all platformers, but not platformers. Think Gran Turismo. Things that I enjoyed a lot because they weren't trying to bloat themselves into more than they are. When a video game knew it was a video game and didn't take themselves so seriously all the time, and you could have fun, and it wasn't like a third job just trying to play one. Right, so this is the acid-soaked railway. Under the acid-soaked railway. These aren't bonus objectives though, so I think I do have to do this.
It's a baptism of blood.
Yeah. In the warehouse on the shore. There's a warehouse on the shore. All you have to do is, like, live, basically. You can run through quite a lot of this poison swamp if you have high enough HP, because it hits you at a linear rate. So you can just avoid it by not dying. Just don't die. Just run through and don't take too much damage. Right, here's the warehouse on the shore. I'm looking for some kind of, like, indication that I'm in the right spot. I don't think that maybe there isn't anything. Maybe this isn't one of those things where you have to actually get the tick boxes. Maybe this is like a riddle. But they kept the tick boxes because all the other mission objectives had tick boxes. Maybe this is just to help you find where it is. In the digger's shadow. You're not a digger. You are a, like, scooper. you get deposited into. The digger... It's not a digger either. That's a digger. Over there. In the digger's shadow. Within Dahl's bloody sixth. Like the sixth chamber or whatever it's called. There's like a special name for it. There's like an area that you can go to. The Dahl Corporation were all here, so let's have a look. Within Dahl's bloody sixth. Something's going on. Can't remember what it is, but just assume that'll hit someone. Get out of here. Pardo. Oh, shit. There we go. Goodbye. So this is in the warehouse on the shore. Okay. Okay, right. So I've got to reevaluate where I'm going, because this, now that it has been ticked, means I probably do need to find all 4 of them. Okay, that's fine. I just need to reevaluate where I'm going. But I have these thoughts about stuff. I don't really talk to anyone about them because you know, firstly, who cares? I'm just some nobody. But secondly, like, what difference would I make? Essentially, fuck all, right? That's how I've always viewed it. A company isn't going to change what they do just because you complain about it. Because that for every one of me, there's 100 people who don't care or actively support it instead. Well, so here's a railway. So it's possible I was supposed to come at this from the other direction.
Stop talking to me! Stop hitting yourself!
There's a lot of Arkids here. Leave me alone.
You can't control me!
You guys are everywhere. Another one of my many problems is that I can't leave an enemy alive. I see it. I can't ignore it. It's the same as in, you know, other RPGs. If you have random battles or whatever, I don't run away from easy ones just because they're easy. I still kill them. Even if they're going to give me essentially no XP at all. I can't help it. I just have to kill them anyway. Under the acid-soaked railway. In the digger's shadow. Alright. So there's a digger somewhere. In its shadow there's going to be a thingy. It could be a big digger. Could be a small digger. I don't know.
Somebody delivered a beast!
Hello, Arkid.
Yes, 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 yes!
You silly bitch.
Look at the blood pouring!
Is it a bad time to mention I'm also not very good at puzzles? What do you mean, yes? At least these guys give me XP. Or at least some of them do. Alright, so we're nearly on the edge of where we can go. So we're looking for part of the railway we can get under that is acid soaked. And I'm looking for switches here. This is in the digger's shadow. Okay. I'm looking for another one somewhere. So you do consider that a digger, which is interesting. I wouldn't, but that's fine.
Open your veins.
I wonder if the map locations are clues for where to go. Right, okay, what I think I'll do is I will see you when I find the next one. Because I'm probably just going to be running around looking for it. So, see you then. Here's within Darl's bloody sick. Now I just need to find within the acid-soaked, or under the acid-soaked railway. Here we are. I was right the first time. I just missed it. Access the top floor of the facility. That's easy to do, I just need to run over there. Okay, right, so now we're back on track. And we're over time, but that's fine. Because it's been a while since I've actually had to play for a little bit. It's going to be a lot of editing, mind you. A lot of me missing stuff and running around. Please excuse me, sir. You bitch. Thought I'd opened all the doors. Evidently not. Killed like everything there is to kill. Loads of spider ants are dead. Loads of dark kids are dead. Get out. What part of I've killed all of the spider ants did you not hear? Dumb bitch. Killed all of you. Now stay dead. Alright, now then. Let's have a little look-see. That's just a simple matter of hitting the activation switch. You guys are annoying.
I told you what would happen.
Please cease. The out of arcade is whatever. You're fine. You're also whatever. Alright. Now then. Now I can activate the top floor of the facility. We can actually see what's up here. Make sure you uncover the map while you're up here. Otherwise you'll be in big donk. You don't want to be in big donk. Finds Treasure. The Varkid Ramparts. This is supposed to be the Varkid Ramparts. Why are you here with the spider ants? Kaisa! Out of here.
Yes.
Ooh, purple weapon. Oh no, it's iridium. I'm never going to be upset about iridium, but it's not a purple weapon. Even still, I probably shouldn't be excited about that either, because it's not going to have any stats that I care about.
I need to drown in your blood. Confuse
Sir? Sorry about any potential death we had. I seem to remember this just being like a boss area, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I must be. Hello, my queen. Goodbye. Money, money, money. Oh, hello. Yeah. Bye. Items for me? You shouldn't have. No, really. You shouldn't have. Okay. Alright, now then, what's up here?
Bathe in the meat chugs.
Couple of Spider-Ant Kings. Spider-Ant Knight or two.
It's perfect.
Perfect. There you go. See you later. Right then. You found the buried treasure. Go you.
I'm overflowing.
Bloated Dalminator. Dodge this. Good choice. It is an E-Tech weapon. So there is that. Uses 2 bullets, has 29 magazine size, corrodes 14.4% at the time, but is far less powerful than this revolver. But I leveled up. That's nice. Right then, that's all maxed. Strip the flesh. Salt the wound. I want to get down to here. So do I care about weapon swap speed or magazine size? I guess I care about magazine size. Fuse time, oh dear. That would explode much quicker. I can't do this. This anti-synergy doesn't work. That would work nicely though. But for now, let's just keep getting our explosive damage up. Can't leave that undone. Right then. So, finally, let's go back to Sanctuary and finish that mission off. No big spooky boss? That's fine. I was expecting a big spooky boss. To come and give me some troubles. Right now I'm really not going to get any experience from them. Yeah, the game like scales up at certain points, it feels like. Certain story mission objectives make the level enemies scale up. But there is one that puts the enemies at your exact level. So if you're like level 50 by the time you get there, all the enemies will be level 50, which is good, but also terrible. Good to help you level up faster. Terrible because you don't really want that to happen. They're all much harder, they all hit really hard, they all have tons of health. And unless you have a level 50 gun at the same time, it's not really going to work. Though, I guess you might be able to get level 50 guns from them, so that might work. The reason why I care about Salt the Wound, by the way, is just because Salt the Wound gives me grenade damage for every stack. And we add plus bonuses to Bloodlust so it gets even higher. So my grenades already do enough damage to easily kill everything I throw them at, within reason. So having that do even more damage would be real good. Doesn't kill bosses, but then why would you want it to? They're supposed to be a little bit difficult. And I've got my melee as well. Oh. So yeah, so I've got my melee attack, so I'm never going to worry about that. Here's a random question. I'm not going to look into it, but do you reckon there's someone's made a, like, you put your save file in, and it can read the seed of the level and go, oh, well, there's a good item here, there's a good item here, there's a good item here. These enemies are going to drop this, and I wonder if the game keeps tabs of its own loot table. Do you know what it's going to get, or is it randomly generated at the moment you press go? Because I guess if it didn't work like that, I could cycle through, like you load a save file, and it knows what's in the chest. You just keep loading until you find something you want, and you go, oh. Right, so I'm going to sell these. Buy the backpack. That's my best rocket launcher. Let's check I haven't sold anything else I want. Nope. Is there a buy all option in, like, Borderlands 3? That would be really good if there's a buy all option. Just buy all ammo. Don't make me get RSI having to click each type of ammo myself. Alright. Let's turn in this mission and then we'll call it quits for today. Nearly 500 grand. Nice.
Sorry about Bloodwing, Morty.
I appreciate your saying that.
If it makes you feel any better, Jack killed my dog a lot slower than he did Bloodwing.
I appreciate that a little bit less.
Yeah, enough. Hi, Brick. Slabs for life.
I wish I had more warriors like you. Between us, the rest of these slabs are kind of useless.
Indeed. And unlocked a new skin.
Hey, slab.
Hello. Right, so next level, by next time we're going to go over to the Arid Nexus Boneyard, because that's the only place I've got to go left. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.